Should be a very good scrap, this one. Sheffield's Darren Mount on the left against local hero Lee Amass. Good fighter, Lee, a southpaw, against a very capable and artistic boxer in Darren Mount. Got long arms as Mount, and can punch from any angle. I saw him in his debut, and had a sparkling debut when he outgamed and outpunched and outboxed John Townsley from Glasgow. But Lee Amass is in very good heart at the moment. He's just had a cracking win over Wayne Weeks, top 10 rated lightweight. Big siding right from Darren Mount. And as with all Brendan Ingle's boxers, they're very crafty. Big right there from Lee Amass. And taking some big rights here from Darren Mount is Lee. Needs to cover up. And this is 6 3-minute rounds. And there's little more than a minute left of this round, but it's bags of time for either of them to get in trouble. Good exchange here from both of them. And they both hit the deck. Fell over each other. Just a wee bit embarrassing, I think. Oh, cracking right hand. Nearly dropped Lee there. He was badly stunned. But it just comes blasting back. So he knows he'll respect Darren Mount now. I know Lee's very tough and took those shots well. As I was saying about Amass earlier, he beat Wayne Weeks last time out, and that in fact was his 7th win out of 8 fights. He's only lost one. He was streets ahead against Neil Haddock and dropped his hands in the last round and was caught and stopped possibly a bit prematurely by the referee on that occasion. And he's getting married in July to Tina, works as an electrician. And Darren Mount's 20 and he's a tarmacker. As I say, he beat John Townsend in his debut, and he then went on to beat Johnny Walker and John Mullen. So he's looking for his 4th consecutive win, and not too much in that first round, I don't think. And let's just see who's going to take the initiative here in the second, or is it going to be a bit cat and mouse just as it was in the first? Both taking turns to sting each other. Although I think the punches Mount landed were slightly more spectacular, especially the right. Again, and he's dropped Lee here in the second round with that long right. And Lee's legs don't look too good. A bit shaky here. Again, a big right from Darren. And he's got Amass in bother here in the second round. And possibly Lee's trouble is he's a bit too brave for his own good and needs to cover up here and hang on. And Darren Mount's in no hurry to get things over with. He's quite cool. So a bright start to this second round from Darren Mount, and Lee still hasn't recovered from that punch. Very good footwork from Mount there. So there's a lot at stake for these two boys. And Lee finding this a very sticky job. Good exchange here in the second round. And Mount winding up the big right uppercut, and Amass firing back. And Dave Parrish reckons that right from Mount's a slap. He wouldn't like to take it. And Amass prefers this at close quarters. He caught Darren Mount there with a big left. But Mount, I think, still in control of himself at least. Oh, good round there. And well won, I think, by Darren Mount. Although a great effort, very spirited retaliation from Lee Amass, I should say. And Lee needs to use his imagination here and try and keep out of the way of Darren's big rights. He's not a powerfully built character, but he certainly knows how to throw his punches. I think the end of the third round, when they'd given Lee Amass a bit of heart, he got through some good punches. And Mount's boxing. A very cagey game here, but caught with a couple there from Lee. And that's it. I thought Lee is, as I suspected, he's decided to move his head a lot more, and consequently Mount has had the same success in this third as he had in the previous two with those big punches. Again, Lee ducks under the big punch and counters. Good counter from Darren Mount there, left and a snappy right. Jolted Amass's head back. Well, Lee appears to have fully recovered from the knockdown in the second. But I also feel that another one's just around the corner if he doesn't look after himself. And saw evidence there of Mount's, the power of Mount's right hand. And went walkabouts for a second and then suddenly turned on Lee Amass and belted him. Good left hook from Darren Mount. And this crowd certainly seem to know their boxing, and they're very appreciative of the classier moves displayed by either boxer, regardless of where they're from. And Mount's kidding Lee Amass. No kidding there, the fact that he took two good ones. Oh, good round for Lee Amass. I thought, I don't think he won the round, I think he shared it. But the first even round, I think, of the whole night. The whole fight, I should say. And we're approaching the halfway point. And I've got Darren a couple of rounds ahead at this stage. So Lee does need a few big ones here at the remaining three. No, RF.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, sorry, no. Just for the monitor, I'm RF. Oh, yeah. Halfway stage. Darren Mount in the white trunks. Boxing a typically cagey and classy fight against Lee Amass, and caught Amass again with that big right. And Lee's needs to keep his hands up. He's been caught time and time again with that big right, and still he's not made an effort to keep his hands up, although he is moving his head more. All right, Slugger. Again, the crowd gasping at the big shots from Darren Mount. Oh. Nice left-right combination from Darren. And Mount holding. Again, he fiddles his way out of the corner. And all the tricks in the book used by Darren Mount here in the fourth. And he's got Lee under a bit of pressure again. Good left there from Darren Mount, very stiff puncher. So, good round for Darren again. And I've just been joined by Slugger O'Toole, who won the first in a very convincing fashion. What do you think of Darren's performance so far, Slugger?
Well, Darren's been fighting very well, considering his experience. This is his first time he's been introduced to 3-minute rounds, and he's done a very, very good job.
Great. And do you see him nicking this one?
Well, if his stamina keeps up, I reckon he's going to get it.
Lovely, thank you. Slugger O'Toole there, and a very well-informed member of the audience. Knows Darren quite well from the gym. Very well, in fact. So we've got 2 to go for Lee to make his mark on this. Must be awfully frustrating for Lee Amass. He's just marching forward, doing what he knows best, and nothing really has worked. I mean, Darren has been a very elusive target. And Dave Parris warns Darren Mount for holding. Petty, really. But big effort here from Amass in the 5th. And as Slugger O'Toole mentioned, it's the first time Darren's boxed over 3-minute rounds, and he's acquitting himself very, very well. Although they're used to 3 minutes in training, it's slightly different on the night, and the nerves get the better of you. And the atmosphere can drain a boxer very, very quickly. And another big right from what, copies? Good attack here by Amass. And this has been a good round for Lee, probably the best one he's had. Thank you very much. And Lee did a very hard 6-3s against Wayne Weeks, so he's been there before, knows what it's all about, and putting Darren under some pressure here as we end near the end of the 5th. A wee bit of fire gone out of Mount's punches now. Starting to feel the pace, I think. Oh, a good round for Amass, the only one I've actually given him so far. Last round, and will Darren Mount have enough gas left in the tank to seal a victory, which I think he thoroughly deserves, or will Amass be able to turn this one on its head? I've still got Darren 2 rounds in front at this point. But Amass is proving his resolve here in the last round. He's battered a few hooks in, and Mount says, come on then, let's have you. And he's not afraid to stand and trade with Lee, although he'd prefer not to. Again, good punches from Amass. It's very strong, is Lee, and that's what's kept him in this, I think. Again, the kid at Amass there, and it's very entertaining, this one. Good rights from Lee. He's got Mount pinned in the corner. Doesn't want to stay there, doesn't Darren? He's in danger of getting tagged with a big punch. Oh, big shots here from Mount going in, and he's got Lee in bother. And full credit to Lee, he's firing back Spontaneous applause from this crowd, a standing ovation. They're loving every second of this. A very, very good match. Although on paper, it looked as if Lee would coast it. Again, big rights from both boys. And this is real good stuff. Well, it's been a good round for Lee. I think he's had slightly the better of the exchanges than Darren, and so far I've got him in front in this round, although, as I say, I think he's still a round behind. Let's see what Dave Paris makes of it. Unbelievably, absolutely nothing against Lee Amass, but how on earth Dave Paris could make that Lee Amass's decision is beyond me. And fantastic applause from this capacity crowd at the Black Lion Leisure Centre. And a section of the audience booed the decision, which I thought was pathetic from Dave Paris. And Lee flops to his back in disbelief. Oh well, bad refereeing is bad refereeing. Not only was the decision diabolical, but the point scoring was equally stupid. And I hope Dave Paris is ashamed of himself. As I say, nothing against Lee Amass. And a great hand here for Darren Mount. And as I say, I think Dave Paris' decision was diabolical. Pathetic refereeing. Nothing at all against Lee, but I felt that Darren had done plenty enough to win this one.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a lightweight contest of 6 3-minute rounds, sponsored by Gillingham Motors, at a match made at 9 stone and 10 pounds. Let me firstly introduce to you in this corner from Woolies, would you please welcome Wayne Weeks. And coming out of the blue corner wearing the black trunks, from Gravesend, Lee Amass. At the win at 1 o'clock this afternoon, Wayne Weeks go 9 stone, 7 1/4 pounds. Lee Amass go 9 stone and 9 pounds. 6 3-minute rounds of boxing. Our referee once again is Mike Jacobs.
So then the joint main event in the evening between Wayne Weeks, with his back to us, against the local hero Lee Amass. And it looks like Weeks has had to have a change of shorts. He's wearing Tony Gibbs' shorts. And Southpaw Amass in the black trunks. An all southpaw clash, in fact, this one. And shaven skulled Wayne Weeks, very snappy puncher. Nice straight rights from Wayne Weeks. And hooked off the jab and caught Amass. And he's a very fast starter normally, Weeks, and whenever he starts fast he generally gets the job done very quickly. Very quickly, and he's got Amass on the run here early in the first round. Well, not necessarily on the run, but under a bit of pressure. Well, so far it's all Wayne Weeks. He's took a nice right hand there from Amass. I don't know if that was all power or a bit of off balance as well. Another nice right hook from Amass. And Amass has decided to try and pin Weeks on the ropes. But very fleet of foot is Wayne, and I'm sure he can stay out of trouble here. As we approach the end of the first round. Good round there for Wayne Weeks, and Amass will have to think very, very hard now about his tactics here. Weeks has boxed in some considerably higher company than Amass. Boxed the likes of Ray Newby, Brian Sonny Nichols, Mark Reefer. And so he knows what this game's all about. And in contrast, Amass is virtually a novice. And Amass, 21 years of age, against Weeks is 23. Get married in July is Amass. He's lost the one to Neil Haddock, winning the fight all over, and got stopped in the last round.
Seconds out. Round 2. Right, use your own jab, use your own one. Use your jab, come on.
And I think that Amass ought to tighten up his defence, because those jabs, having said that, he's just connected with some very, very good hooks to Wayne Weeks' head. it's altogether a better fight when it's been fought close, and Amass just has the edge inside. When it's fought at range, Weeks' slight reach advantage gives him the edge here, and so Amass needs to close down the gap and cut him off. Good, solid shots here from Amass in the second, but it'll take a lot more than that to keep Weeks at bay. I think it'll take a fairly exceptional punch to put Weeks' lights out, although he's not too comfortable at the moment. Pretty good round so far for Amass. So he needs to keep Weeks under pressure here. And Weeks' work a bit ragged. And he knows it. And this is nice, tidy stuff from Amass. On the book, this should be a fairly comfortable win for Weeks, but Amass is giving him all sorts of trouble. So a good round for Amass there. So in my book, that's even things up. And there's still a lot of fight left in this one.
Everything I'm saying, I'm thinking anyway. If I wasn't talking, I'd still be thinking so much. No, it's it's very good. It's not crap.
Something.
Have you heard my song? Good video, you can go right there, can't you? Don't be all that shit.
Seconds up. Round 3. Come on.
Well, the bell there was deafening. Still got a ring in my ears. And Amass picks up from where he left off in the second by stalking Weeks and having a lot of success with those tactics, getting in close. But Weeks is still very dangerous. Hello, Darren. And I think Amass's nose has been blooded here in the third. Much more even round so far. Very cleverly worked his way in there, the Amass. It needs to protect himself when he's not punching, because he tends to drop his hands down by his waist and he gets picked off. Want to keep his punches up. Again, a slightly borderline shot. Nothing wrong with a right hook to the jaw, though. I thought before the start of this fight that Weeks might possess a bit too much power for Amass, but it seems to have turned the tables on me, because Lee is so far putting Wayne Weeks under considerable pressure. Well, a good round towards the end there for Amass.
I've mentioned it in the video.
Is that right? I was happy with it. Yeah.
Well done.
You can do better still. Good up better.
That's why you won't.
Maybe.
Have a look when you get home.
Yeah, I will do.
Nice one, mate. Thank you.
See what I was going to do.
Set up. Round 4.
Okay. All right, Brendan. Okay, mate. So this is the halfway stage of this 6 3-minute rounder. Wayne Weeks in the golden white shorts against Amass, and Amass scored there with a nice heavy right hook. Well, at the moment, Amass is making a mockery of the form on paper. He's been the aggressor on the second round onwards, and has had a lot of success when he's put Weeks under pressure. And, he's continuing the pressure here in the 4th round, and he's got Wayne Weeks decidedly uncomfortable. I still feel that Wayne's got the ability and the power to turn things around with one punch. I don't think he will, but I know he's got the. I know he could do. As I said earlier, that Haddock was a mile behind when he caught Amass in the last round. So if Amass decides to lose concentration, well, he could find himself in trouble here against Wayne Weeks. Very mature performance from Amass, belying his experience. And a nice right uppercut inside there from Wayne Weeks. Well, another humdinger of a round, which I just gave to Amass. Slightly close to that one, but I've got Lee up now. In fact, I've got him 2 rounds ahead after 4. So in my opinion, Wayne Weeks will have to bring out something fairly spectacular here in the 5th to try and turn things his own way.
Singers up. Round 5.
And that's a bit late off his stall. Weeks can't wait to get it on. Good right jabs coming in from Wayne Weeks here at the start of the 5th. And I imagine that's what he believes he has to do to keep Amass away from him. And Jacobs again warns Amass for an accidental low blow. Well, they're not actually low, they're just borderline, I think. Nothing malicious about it. And when Wayne Weeks decides to stand still, Lee's on top of him and throwing cracking hooks, switching from head to body. And this is the point where Lee Amass could find himself getting a bit careless. He's not looking as tight as he was early on. And doesn't want to get overconfident here, as you saw there. Weeks has still got some power. Well, I think it'd be a bit of an upset here if Amass was to take this. Although Gary Davidson is very respected for taking good matches, even matches. And it's a massive resolve actually that's doing the business for him here. He knows he's got a hard fight on his hands, he's just going out and doing the job. A commendable attitude. Wayne Weeks is doing his best to keep him at bay. But I think Wayne's come off second best here. Although there's another round to go, and Weeks is still dangerous. Nice right to the body there, sunk under the ribs of Lee Amass. So the end of 5, and I think we're looking at the probable victor here. Although, as I said previously, Wayne Weeks is going to be dangerous right up to the last second. Enjoy it.
Seconds out, 6th and last round.
Well, so far it's been an absolute cracker, and I've got no reason to assume that it won't be in this last round. It's a round I feel that Wayne Weeks needs to win by a big margin. Well, they've been given and taken real solid headshots right from the start of this fight, and nothing but praise from me for taking those sort of punches. And they're still disciplined and composed, although Amass got stung with a couple of good long rights to the head there. And Weeks holding with his left arm and punching with his right. Now the tables have turned slightly, and Weeks has decided that he's got to put Amass under pressure. And now it's Amass on his back foot, with Weeks coming forward, throwing punches. And as I said, he's still very, very dangerous. But I feel that Amass need only get through this last round to take the decision. And I think that Wayne Weeks senses that as well. That's why he's launched this spirited, aggressive attack in the last round. The tables are completely turned. It's been a great battle, this one. Good long right hook from Weeks. Short left hook. A couple of rights to the head there from Amass. And the crowd are loving this. Lovely short chopping right to Wayne Weeks' chin. Toe-to-toe stuff here in the last round. Superb fight, they fall into each other's arms, and I feel that Amass did enough there. And so does my judgment. Great win for Lee. As I said earlier, against all the form. And Gary Davison tells Lee Amass what a brilliant win it was, and tells him to calm down as well, in case he hurts himself, I should imagine. And great effort by Wayne Weeks, but too little too late, and I've got Amass a point, winning by a full point, 2 rounds.
Reads to Wayne Weeks 57 points, to Lee Amass 59 points. Our winner, Lee Amass.
Well, Jacobs adding 4 rounds in front.
Your appreciation, please, for the point from Plumstead, please. Wayne Weeks.
Great scrap, standing ovation here from the capacity crowd.
Right, that concludes this evening's boxing. We look forward to seeing you all again May the 8th, Black Lion Sports Pavilion in Gillingham. If you want tickets, go to the Rose pub here in Gravesend, and we can either give you tickets and posters.
Great little show.